Dr. NGP Institute of Technology. Established in 2007 and affiliated to Anna University,
Feedback does not merely advocate new ideas, but transform a vision into feedback for better tomorrow. For both dignitaries and participants, it is my privilege to warmly welcome you all on behalf of Department of Mechanical Engineering, Dr. Engineering Institute of Technology, for the two-day conference, Youngship 2047, organized to the support of All India Council for Technical Education and VAANI Scheme 2.0. As I said, we are in the return to the program media solution of VAANI 1.2.
Congratulations, Professor and Head Department of Mechanical Engineering, Dr. NGP Institute of Technology, Coimbatore, to deliver the welcome address.
Very good morning. Thank you. It gives me immense pleasure and privilege on the first day of AICTE VAANI to this conference on goods manufacturing and digital supply chain. And it's my first duty to welcome today's keynote speaker, guest of this day, Dr. Shantanu, Professor in Dean Mechanical, IIT Manufcaturing. Thanks for accepting our invitation, since we have a very good relationship with the premier institution, IIT Manufcaturing. And whenever we request him for any program, I think we had a brief discussion in the board, telling that the maximum time we visited nearby capital colleges are already and especially in mechanical engineering. So we have a very good relationship, and not only Dr. Shankarama and many people from IIT Palakkad, Dr. Sabimalai, and many people have visited our campus, and thank IIT Palakkad Director and Dean for accepting our invitation and sending their resource very frequent time. And it is our responsibility to utilize their expertise, because we are in the process of signing a MOU with IIT Palakkad. Not only for mechanical engineering, it is for all the department of NGP Institute of Technology. I request for V. Karthikeyan and Satish definitely to follow it up, and definitely another function will sign a MOU with IIT Palakkad. And coming back to this AICTE VAANI is we have conducted successfully VAANI 1.0. With that regard, AICTE has given a grant of another program to conduct VAANI 2.0. And the theme of this 2 days conference, the Chandrakumar Mohan is really happy that how you got this fund by quoting and buzzword, because these are all the buzzword, the name of the other, how to name this ghost manufacturing, all those things. So when asked, Dr. V. Karthikeyan was telling that this is a word, in China they used to have this thing, because we place some raw material during the night, and when they come for the next day morning, the product will be there. So raw material will be converted as a product during the night. So during the night, we will work, the week and that's goes because it's a Chinese word they used to say, and because I was there at Shanghai University of Engineering in 2017. Because Chinese, they like these kind of buzzwords. It's what they call as a dragon ear, ghost on those things. So like that, they also named this proposal. So immediately they got it. And the identification of resource persons are also very vital for that. So he is a right person to evaluate, and many more people are joining with us in today's session and tomorrow's session. Because Sir is an expert in robotics. I think I request all the external participants kindly get connected with Dr. Sharma, because whenever you attend any program, newer college and neighboring colleges all across, please get connected with the resource persons, because they are all down here. Because normally we people think that people from IIT cannot be reachable. Normally, because probably they will be waiting upon. But now IITs are coming forward to have a MOU with neighboring colleges, because திருக்குறள் அது வெளியிடுறோம் மனக்கேணி மாணவர்கள் கட்டமைக்கும் அது பாதி உங்களுடைய எதிர்பார்ப்பு தப்பு தான், சாரி. பட் இப்போ அப்பாவுக்கு அவங்களுடைய அப்ஜெக்டிவா இப்போ என்னன்னா, whatever we are ready to share with you. In terms of infrastructure, in terms of available resources, not only material, with method, men, all those things. So I request external participants from various colleges, from Udayanand College, Nanda, and Aditya, even around many colleges they have come, and I even asked Dr. Satish said, so this time we got a very good response, and tomorrow also they have listed extra 50 members. And on behalf of the entire NGP Institute of Technology, Manufcaturing Principal and my behalf, I welcome all the external participants in the beginning of the course. And definitely example again at the NGP Institute of Technology, and my dear fellow faculty members and supporting staff, and our own students from second year and third year. And thanks for giving this opportunity, and many more technologies will come. And not only mechanical, pharma department also they will come forward to participate. And this is the only department can now give all the doors of engineering. This is what I'm not only people maybe thinking that mechanical is not a trend or those things. This is not a trend department. Please understand. AI will come and go. Cybersecurity will come and go. Correct? Computer science will. I am not saying it will come and go. It should not go. But at the same time, when you visit a car, whatever the things you implement, AI, cybersecurity, whatever the things, but at the end of the day, car must be on the road. Only this core department can utilize all these advancements happening in the world. So I request all the core engineering, whether it belongs to civil or mechanical, whatever it may be, don't lose the road, because the investment is small as far as our department is concerned. That's what we may get. Maybe 3 lakh per annum, 4 lakh per annum, you will be thinking that. But once you stay in this industry for a minimum of 5 years and 10 years, you will lose the world. But not like other department, because this is not for degrading or those things. Plus, the younger generation will be thinking about the same bar, because when we are in admission process every year, the same parent is telling that one child is from AIS, another child is mechanical, the parent is asking, sir, this gentleman is only getting 20K per month, but another one is getting 50K per month. But in India it is. The 20K is almost fluctuation. This 20K is stable. But in India, exponential growth when you go for years to come and you get an experience. So this is what, that's why it is our responsibility being a mechanical engineer, because our chief guest also belonging to the mechanical engineering domain. But get the specialization and get into the job at least minimum 5 years, 10 years, then you will reach heights. And don't stick with your own department. Cross-boundary is very, very important. So not the role of other departments, get the knowledge from all other engineering domain. Definitely, this conference also will give you some highlights and enlighten your knowledge, and because the identification of resource persons are like that. Once again, I thank you for the opportunity giving me for sitting in front of you for the welcome, and we must thank the management and the AICTE especially for granting us. So expecting 3.0, I don't know which buzzword they will apply and get the funding for 3.0 VAANI. And thank you once again. I welcome all the external participants and the dignitaries, standardized and organized and all faculty members and students. And I wish the grand success for VAANI 2.0. Definitely the external participants will enjoy their study and the training. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, sir, for your warm and insightful welcome address, which has set a strong and positive tone for the conference.
To mark this auspicious occasion, and as a gesture of respect and gratitude, I
I request Dr. V.S. Balaji sir of NGP Institute of Technology to kindly present a bouquet to our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Sandrakumar Mohan, Professor and Dean, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Indian Institute of Technology, Harvard. Thank you, sir. I now request Dr. V. Sadish, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, to kindly present a bouquet to Dr. V.S. Balaji, sir. Thank you, sir. Robotics is not just about machines replacing humans, but about intelligent system empowering human potential to shape a smarter and safer future. With this, we welcome Dr. Sandrakumar Mohan, Professor and Dean, Mechanical Engineering, Indian Institute of Technology, Harvard. He is a distinguished expert in robotics and control systems with a PhD from IIT Madras and an international research experience at institutions such as AICTE, Argent, and IICTE Bangalore. His research spans robots and field robots, underwater and mobile robots, parallel robotic platforms, and assistive and rehabilitation robotics. He is the founding member of IIT Technology Innovation Hub and has received several prestigious international fellowships, including the Alexander von Humboldt Fellowship, with over 150 research publications, extensively editorial responsibilities in leading IEEE and ESW journals, and a multitude funded projects. His work significantly contributed to smart manufacturing and advanced automation ecosystems. Now we will request Dr. Sandrakumar Mohan sir to kindly take over the session.
Good morning to you all. Thank you for the opportunities. So the session is supply chain, that is digital supply chain. So you have to make it interactive, because supply in the sense, you know, that we can get anything from one side to other side. So the basic concept, then how it is going to be in a digital supply chain part. Okay, that is the important things here. The program is designed for a developed area 2047. What are the things we may feel that developed India may have? So anybody? Suppose we can consider we are achieving this thing, we are developed. A person to person, and developing may vary. As for your thinking, when should you consider India is developed? Anything you feel? So I will consider if you are achieving this much thing. So now the 5G data transfer, the speed is in 200, 300 gigabytes per second. But this is achieved in the sense India is developed. Just tell anything, anyone. So India is reaching this one. In the satellite or the rover is landing on Mars. Already we done it. Suppose Venus. It is near to the area is getting all the details of sun. We can say that that is a developed India. Which condition we can think India is developed? What way we have to connect this supply chain? So the developed India concept is primarily focusing on four things. So the fourth thing is youth, that is the millennial, then poor, then so you have a woman, then you have a farmers. If you are developing all these people, we can achieve the developed India. So every youngster or youth is having a job, or their annual income is more than 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs. Once upon a time, or after 3 years, even 30 lakhs per annum is not enough. If you are considering that part, definitely other condition also India is not developing, or not developing countries and developing. So you have to develop all the peoples in the four pillars considered in the Viksit Bharat two cases is youth, poor, and women and farmers. How to develop any one is, that is either any cases, if you are taking the farmer, what way you are going to develop the farmers are increasing their annual income or their status, are getting a high prices for the product. I hope your parents may be maybe a farmer or some of the categories of this thing. How to enrich their value or in the status. Suppose a farmer have cultivated tomatoes. How do you get a good price? How you are going to partly with the supply chain? So here the main objective of my concept is how the supply chain is related with the Viksit or the India 2047. Suppose we are considering the farmer is cultivating a tomato, but in a particular year, suppose we are here, we are considering the Dharmaburi, Krishnagiri, there most of the people are cultivating tomatoes. There the price is what? Even 1 rupee per kg also happened sometimes before. 1 rupee, 1 kilo. Then how to sell that one? 1 rupee, that is the cultivation cost is more than the yielding cost. In that cases, they are preparing the tomatoes in the farm itself, updating the products in the farm itself. In that cases, how to add the value to the product. Suppose if you are adding a technology or innovation, how to preserve the potatoes or tomatoes, or you can make it as a value added product. There you have a technology involvement. So the Based on the developing categories, they are identifying the another 6 pillars in the developed nation concept. So in that one, the manufacturing hub you have to make. India is a manufacturing hub. Would you accept this one? How many of them accept India is a manufacturing hub? No? What are the things they are manufacturing? Automobile. Automobile parts, either engine is manufactured, Jaguar engine is manufactured, or BMW engine is manufactured here. No? No?
Overseas or manufactured.
And the Greece engine is manufactured here, but the brand is, the high-end brand is not manufactured here. The most of the high-end cars are having a spare parts all over the world. We are collecting that one and assembling. Most of the Indian products are in the Indian are doing service and assembly sections. Suppose we are taking the Coimbatore is known for a mechanical product. Even the pumps and valves are better than any other country, any other countries. It's definitely better. They are exporting to all over the world. Okay, so in that one, supply chain is involved. Once the people who are manufacturing the pump and valves in Coimbatore and stored in the warehouse alone, there is no economic development. So the all the cases, we are manufacturing in a small number of products, not all. So in that aspect, we have to go for a remaining manufacturing sectors. In that concept, the first pillar is designed by the government. That is making India a global manufacturing hub. Then reviewing the theory of Indian knowledge system. So if you are taking even Tamil, Tirukural, and other Purananuru, Agananuru, everything having a rich culture as well as scientific matters. So based on that knowledge, you have to apply in the current context. விமானம் புஷ்ப விமானம் பறக்கிறதெல்லாம் தமிழ்ல இருக்கு. புஷ்ப விமானம் is like a hot balloons, hot planes. So when they think over hundreds of years, so always is the கடுகை துளைத்த அணுன்னு சொல்றாங்க. கடுகை சின்னதா இருக்க இதுதான் அணு அப்படின்னு atoms. So everything have a scientific knowledge. So in that one you have to apply. They are proposing the concept. Everything is we have, but we are not implementing that one. Even the medicine side, nowadays people are liking a Siddha and Ayurvedic medicine. They are documented. They have to bring it out to the pharmaceutical area. So the pharmaceutical part, if you are in that line or in the Coimbatore or anywhere, if you are going, you can see so many Siddha shop now. Similarly, Ayurvedic shop. They are bringing the traditional knowledge of Indians or Tamils. The actually global presence of Indian products. Most of the countries treating us as a global market. Because of the population, everybody is considering India is a market, Sunday. Anything we can bring it to India and sell. That is a concept of global countries. Either whatever the things you are making, either trade, the free trade between any region to region, or countries to country. Either one positive and negative things may be there. So the entire concept is going to give some plus, some minus. But this context is what? Wherever you go, you can have an Indian product. That's the concept of the third pillar. Then powering green energy. So the green energy in the sense, except the fossil fuels are the derivatives of fossil fuel. Without derivative of the fossil fuels, you can find or generate more energy from solar or in a wind or in a waves and other forms. Then you can attract others to visit India. You may get some news whenever the conflict between one country to another country comes, and the opposite ministerial people says that the government has advised the particular persons, that is the country persons, advised to not to visit the particular countries. It's not advisable to visit India now. Either you are analyzed or not, Kashmir is entirely depending on tourism. Once the attack happened, the entire tourism revenue will be fall down. Similarly, every country, every state, every place. We may not have Botanical in the sense, and the surrounding of the botanical. So many people saw depending on the tourist or visit. So based on that part, how to make the entire India as a touristy or foreigners visit part. Then promoting global development also. So not only developing India, also they have to take a major part in the global development. So that based on this major pillars and minor pillars, they are giving in a 5 broad themes. The 5 broad themes, the youth may comes under all the points. So the youth may involve in the empowering of the Indian part, then economic development, then innovation and application of the science and technology in any of the findings. Suppose the tomato is not at all kept for 1 week without preservation, it may be spoiled. The spoil in the sense what? I have to make it as a preservator. You have to invent some technology to store the tomatoes or what are the vegetables you want. Similarly, other things also you have to find out the technological part to preserve it or kept in a good condition for a long time. So in that aspect, it will be developed for an economic as well as the technological part. The projected economy for the 47 is 30 to 40 billion dollars. Even if you are saying that any document that is not in rupees, that is in dollar. Even our website also, it's in dollar itself. So government is trying to $1 trillion economy in 30 upon 2030 2030 1 trillion. So 2047 in the sense it may go for an 5 trillion or 6 trillion. The contribution is already high in Tamil Nadu. The overall contribution of the entire projected contribution of the India alone is projected by 30 to 40 trillion dollars. Okay, that is projected by Niti Aayog. Okay. Then, in that context, economy you have to develop, manufacturing and the innovation have to develop. In that part, I have to supply the products from one side to another side. Every state or in every village or in every district, there is no production of particular vegetables or in a particular product. In Coimbatore, pump is produced, but it's not produced in Hosur or Chennai, or Dindigul or Madurai, or in a other state, Haryana or Delhi or Himachal Pradesh. Then how to transport that one? How to coordinate that one? So in each cases, I have to given a solution. The old part is you have to send all the motors to any one of the distributor. There it will be stored. Then it will be sent to the retailer. From the retailer, they can go and get the things. Here, the end-to-end data. The retailer is who, or the customer is who. So many people are not known. The manufacturer also not able to know the data of the customer. So this is now olden days. Now they are proposing each and every data must be in the accessible one. Everybody knows in the chain. Even the manufacturer or in between logistic department, then the distributor and the customer. The customer is not known about the other details. Everybody is known in the form. So the customer centric platform model they have to make. That model, so utilizing all the movements that is in the product details, where it goes, and who is going, and the warehouses where, the distribution center is where, all the details you have to collect from end to end. It enables the demand stimulation, matching. So the olden days, the matching is not at all done. Suppose if you are sending in thousands of Coke bottles to one state, in a particular district, there is no movement of the Coke bottle. That will be stored for a long day and it may reach the expiry date. It may reach the expiry date, so the product will be wasted. So now you have to match that one, where it is moved or not. Even nowadays in the supermarket, they can get all the details of the product movements. So anybody tell that where you are coming from? Anyone? Anyone? Metro. Whether supermarket, Metro. Suppose in Metro, one supermarket is there. Okay? So the Metro dam, the fishery is available. Okay? The fish is sent to the supermarket for sales. And the fishery department have data. How much kg of fish is sent to the supermarket? Okay? Supermarket. Then how much sell? The data will be transferred to the online. Suppose every day data is assessed. one day Thaipusam is coming, or some auspicious day is coming. Okay? The sale is not happening in the store. They can ask us, why this happened? The next day you have to send the load or not. The stagnation of the matching, the requirement is they can find.
Holds an AM in Mechanical Engineering from the Institute of Engineering, Kolkata, along the diplomas in Electronics and Communication Engineering and Computer Application in Scientific and Engineering domains. He has undergone advanced international technical training in determining gas systems and safety from Micron AS Denmark and specialized training in robot dynamic balancing from Skate Average Chemical, Germany. His extensive hands-on experience and technical depth make his contribution highly relevant to the sustainable energy and industrial application. With this, we invite Mr. S.K. Srinivas to kindly take over, sir. Please, sir.
So we proceed each and every day. Our model requirements are, sorry, first of all, in a language we go through English or Malayalam. So we will come up and over one we start our day. What are all the requirements? And various other requirements. In the requirements in very various ways. There are certain companies which have only facility. For everybody in the meeting. Have you heard of these photo films? Photo films in India. It was not somewhere recently. They were making all these photo films and everything. Recently, advanced manufacturing techniques in India are developed. You know, Kodak was nowhere near into photos today. They were making movie cameras, they were making movies. So they increased, but still they didn't adapt to technologies. Very well, the export garments and machines are not available. Simply in the availability. They make wonderful sea images. Learn to have really in the company. They were making only videos. Videos normally. They were taking weapons for China. And they were totally changed. And then what did they use? They had all of the meteorology in my street, they were using that. They were trying to make it conventional. So this is how transformations have been happening. If you take Coimbatore, across almost the Asia, the best component manufacturing they Coimbatore. In the application, soil, conditions, plus gas payments, but in India, if you take, there are several names of companies which we don't know about. Call Union runs a company. Have you ever heard? There has always started production and it's supplying water from Coimbatore. Having been in Coimbatore for 30 years, I never knew Coimbatore was a company. People who are able to tell me about calling the company here, but they are making products. Advanced manufacturing techniques. Somebody is making and somebody is supplying. And they can produce. And second factor, which the students who are in the India, I never come here to have something. I come to you to learn something from you. Because the other time, when we started our career, like they were all on the books and everything. You have everything here about it. Most of the things we did not know we go to libraries and other things. We have to entirely rely on our FODs and other various other meetings where we used to take some individual cards, label membership cards. Otherwise, you will be able to take one book or two book a day. And nowadays, the entire library is in your hands. Now, coming to our main topic, very advanced manufacturing. techniques. See, presently, the initial example which I told you, like an organization or company like some photo films which are there, they had entire manufacturing facility right from the start to the end. Assuming for all of the mechanical department or somebody from electrical.
Similar.
Huh? One? Civil. Okay, in the same, like, I think that is the organization for making doors. What are all the material facility which can be required? Casting, machining, electrical, winding, and various other. Say suppose, if you take an animals, they will have almost nearly more than 600 suppliers for animals in India. They do all most of the leading companies. Leading global, that is a company Dynamic Technologies, which is delivering high precision machine components for aircraft. They are supplying for aircraft. These are all the latest innovation. They need not have a facility, but you have a clear design. You have a clear process. You can automatically deliver the product. Metro trains going to the London, metro trains is there and approach at 3 points of the field, and you have a clear train. And you have been idea how many metro coaches are being built in Coimbatore? Any person? Metro coaches. Any person anybody guess? No, just make it simply as how much, when you want to run half of one. The coaches are being built every month from Coimbatore. And so any idea any company which is making it? Alstom is making in Coimbatore. And there are almost 40 to 15 suppliers, most suppliers at components which is being assembled and is being dispatched from there. Metro is saying that we want to manufacture all in India. How do you do that? And the other hand, there are some number of parts which are being made. Aircraft is not made. Aircraft are the parts in the world are even. See, in fact, in Europe and India, then I can see share you more things. Indian parts like Indian hydraulics are being made here. Wingers are made here. LNT recently saying that they deliver a particular portion of wings for the aircraft. Obviously, this side of the 4 tickets aircraft, but still it is made in India. Completely made in India. And there are several other components which are all parts of. You require at least 68,000 different parts to make an aircraft. 68,000 where storing more Coimbatore and Manufcaturing is a hub where most of the aircraft parts are being made. And anyone knows any aircraft company developing products and parts in Coimbatore, maybe in Ireland, including I couldn't get it. Which one? HA is in Bangalore, in Bangalore, Mr. Man. You get anything to do, Chakra aviation. You have to do it. Have you heard? They are already saying they are designing ways of making it helicopters. See, assembly thing, before we go to this advanced manufacturing techniques and other thing, the main thing is, this is the only area where somebody need not have factory. companies, Apple phones, எல்லாரும் அவங்க எப்படி வாங்கி ஆப்பிள் ஃபோன் நம்ம சாப்பிடுவோம் ஆப்பிள் ஃபோன் வச்சுருக்கோம். See, how many of you know Apple phones sale is being made in China or in India? Foxconn. Foxconn is a company which makes everything. See, somebody will have design, and that design would be totally developed by some other people. Almost, for example, telling an X company which is making motors, making motors private motor. There is a direct operator company, each of motors. They both will compete. In this latest modern manufacturing techniques, this competition at all will not be there. The entire manufacturing facility will be replaced. The entire company production and they will become as a common CBE. Somebody will do the design and this entire manufacturing facilities will be completely replaced. So that's okay. Like the medical stages, the company would start, they would have all sorts of manufacturing machines. Rather than put all the parts required, and it's a team. The team which usually organizes organization, design team, quality control, production, packing, simultaneously marketing. Now, in this latest state of modern manufacturing, you will require only one particular team which designs. So, you will probably general company factory, They are made pretty cheap in the quality, but price, something about rates. Saying the fasteners are product made in the other company in the day, most of them don't change. What the rates? But when you see, I think what we know, but I'm not interested in the price of being good. Definitely, these will know latest manufacturing techniques in some way. More and more, as of today, things are being happening. Renewable energy, hydropower plants. In the renewable energy, India has become a very developer. Very eventually, by around 93-94, wind turbines in India had no installation maximum variable wind for over 40 years. Language of so 40 years. Only you will be able to live 50 to 70 years. You have to live in a day. You will be able to live the roads very comfortable mechanism. And in China, with the integrated company will manufacture gates, as well as gearboxes, generators are being manufactured in India. Because the new area is hidden in the locations of India, South India is showing you very biggest one. Number one, the connectivity. If it is in the main network, we are not changing our India, all the connectivity. Manufacturing facilities. When the area of the main power generation, electric power, water, these are all the very vital things which are definitely required for making new regions. So, like, having this explanation, what are the topics which we really require today? Introduction to goods manufacturing, just general all the goods are being practically a person without having a bigger manufacturing facility and other capabilities. For a big manufacturing, what you have is multiple areas officer, anybody something you take data. Across India, there are thousands of offices. Any network in any particular company was still working. This is an example. We managers. I ever seen 3-4 decades back, they had to choose each cooker, something like that, when you look at it, you find something this is a simple example of modern manufacturing techniques, advanced manufacturing. Example of contract manufacturing. The contract manufacturing, India will fully either manufacturing in India developed the recent pharmaceutical companies. Anyone knows which are all the pharmaceutical companies in India? Any idea? Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Pondicherry, Maharashtra. Plan is same. Again, composition same. But difference entirely same. But maybe you can manufacture and supply. And simultaneously indicate the biggest ability. India is doing second India products in the renewable energy, power generation, power plants. And then aircraft manufacturing, electronics manufacturing. How many of you know that most of the laptops which we use in India, only few parts are being made in Thailand and China. Balance everything is being made in India. 60% is being made in India on those of Indians. We even another packing power, HP, Bangalore, anyone has heard most of the company, anyone has heard? Indicator long back on the ceiling, they entered India, making formal displays, FBD. And then they switched over, they made cities. And slowly, they made computers. That also believed they started making solar panels. Every facility was developed. The other facility developed, there are multiple companies. Earlier, they had everything. Now they are most of them are the first company, and you have to adopt modern manufacturing techniques. They have their facility, they will run the plant. அது உண்மையில் அவங்க ஒரு வருஷம் முழுக்க பார்த்தா வருஷத்தில் ஒரு 3 நாள் ஆடுறது இந்த 3 நாள் கம்பெனி எவ்வளவு பண்ணும்போது வடிவாசியம் இப்போ ரவுண்ட் கிளாக் the factory and they are very better. They don't know, I mean, almost 80 company killer products பண்றாங்க. You know, HP. Then Apple. I mean, next comes the specific technologies. They are making components and they are working on their manufacturing area. They get semi-made products and semi-components from Taiwan and China. The balance of their thing is being assembled together and FDA filmed and finally dispatched. So as I really must know, the gross manufacturing is nothing but in simple contract manufacturing. So a simple example for contract manufacturing. See, we cannot manufacture everything at one particular place. The price are high, which is other capability. But particular item we will have to work other capabilities, balance things is outsourcing. And then assembly and then dispatch. This is the process which is going. Moving Philadelphia aircraft mostly annually to dispatch in India. Annually we have, which is the biggest plant of Boeing. this towards tools and other biggest climate together. And then the area in India possibility across globally and we have a person as well as that we have a bigger airport and it can be transported. So similarly, they don't need anything by themselves. They need only a few components and they are good and they are comfortable only with the business. And they will find for each of the product, they will find the extended partners for each and every area. Hydraulics, some of the company, their industry concern, various other company. For example, the animal will be various companies flow. Under the company, specification area is one freight computers that is being replaced. And there are certain critical parts. If a auto engaging auto pilot, using the softwares, these are all being developed and designed is there. And avionics. The production of avionics is semi-built in India, then assembled, and then tires. India almost after India is a country where maximum aircraft tyres are being manufactured. Then comes Thailand, because where you have abundance of quality of rubber.
During the workshop, using the activity and learning and interaction regularly with this, we invite Mr. K. R. Krishna, Manager and Acquisition and Technology, to the program.
So, good evening. ரொம்ப கஷ்டமான டைம் நினைக்கிறேன். Maybe I take another 30 minutes. We can write before 30. Right. Myself Santosh Kumar. I think is senior manager talent acquisition from Micro Technology India Private Limited. So like in the today's program, so what about its conference, like different institutions, different industry experts coming to the option. So we have company as Micro Technology India Private Limited. So this is a really good company. We started here in 2017 in Chennai. And we settled to US and almost we are only company running our show in their business. Guys, I like another ready not more than that. So right now we have become 120 plus. We have offices in Chennai, Bangalore, Europe, Ohio, and Tokyo. We have some targets by 2030. Further stepping forward. Guys, if you have any notes, you can discuss with me. Line short. You can discuss with me. Okay? And these are the areas we are serving. So, in the first area, company shows that macros in the company, we are into ESP. ESP is engineering service providing. So, if you are in the companies in ESP, we are working for plastics. So, plastics are behind. Maybe you are sitting in the chair, you can find plastics. In any kind of manufacturing, anyone? So what kind of manufacturing concept we are that is injection molding. So they are readiness we are offering. Okay, so and we are selling for different industry segments like automotive, defense, aerospace, renewable, as well as oil and gas. And currently, we are looking for product development, validation, strategy for the tracking. So these are the things we are doing, and we are working for close to the new companies across the globe. So we have a team of bilingual engineering, that is different languages based engineering we are doing, and we are 24/7 running. We are working for 4 different languages like Japan, India, Europe, as well as US. And we have a group of companies, Manufcaturing Bank, and we have a power training division also known as Turner, and we have a talent acquisition team known as MIT, Manufcaturing Technology. Then we have hire, train, and employ. Very simple. They will hire candidates. We are hire, we train. we deploy. Reason, as I said, we working for the plastics, for the exclusive team are available again. Precious option because now open to the opportunity to be trained and deploy our candidates. Almost in 120 people we hire, train and deploy. And these are the areas we completely put down like prints, integrated, CD, exterior, AAW, lighting design. So as a brief, I can explain you on the pattern something. So these are the capabilities and for automotive design, in the way automotive automotive idea how many idea so automotive opportunities idea anyone have any idea? Yes. Hybrid next automotive industry நமக்கு next 20 years எப்படி பண்ணியாங்க fuel cells as I said battery and already on the road number 1 road la hybrid இருக்கு NGP fuel cells hydrogen they are working market இருக்கு opportunities இருக்கு as I said we are working for 90% of our work opportunities are working சரிங்களா so என்ன opportunities இருக்குன்னா everybody has a smartphone right even if you have a time just go it automotive industry in India and global சரிங்களா if you search on it it will show mentioning like automotive production across globe will be a prospect India 35 years economic production growth இருக்கு very simple 1990 that we consider total automobile production சரிங்களா வெறும் 485 lakhs சரிங்களா அதாவது 485 வெஹிக்கிள் ப்ரொடக்ஷன் ஆயிருக்கு 1990 அந்த டைம்ல இந்தியாவோட கான்ட்ரிபியூஷன் just 3 lakhs சரிங்களா சோ இன்னைக்கு 2025 financial year ஓட global production எடுத்து பாருங்க which is close to 9.7 crores சரிங்களா almost double ஆயிருக்கு அப்போ இந்தியால பண்ணிருக்காங்க from 3 to 6 lakhs அப்படினா that is logic last year we achieved close to 58 lakh vehicles imagine சமநிலை வேண்டிய நம்ம லெவல் இருக்கும் 50 இந்த இயர் will be more even லைவ் எக்ஸாம் எழுதி பார்க்கணும்னா செப்டம்பர் 22 நமக்கு ஜிஎஸ்டி ரிவைவ் பண்ணாங்க மார்ச் 6 months சேவ் பண்ண வேண்டிய ரேடியோட டார்கெட்டை they achieved 2 weeks right so இன்னைக்கு டாடா சேவ் பண்ணிருக்கு first time in the past after 1984 Suzuki moving on Tata registered trademark. Okay, after upcoming years, automotive industry requirements will be more. Automotive supporting industry will be on having the opportunity, right? So I think that we have to learn more. Okay, so come to the point. Automotive design process in my country is first we have to identify இப்போ ஒரு கார் எவ்வளவு டிசைன் பண்ண முடியும் இந்த மாதிரி ஐடியா உங்களுக்கு வெஹிக்கிள் லெவல் முடியல புரியல ஒரு கார் எவ்வளவு நம்மளால ஆபரேஷன் பண்ண முடியும் 6 months ப்ரொடக்ஷன் சாரி டிசைன் எவ்வளவு டிசைன் பண்ண முடியும் complete from SOP to UP that is Tata project to development 6 months analysis guys in the current situation it takes 36 months to complete a single project earlier somebody is no question to 36 months that was in the future all utilities are based on our customization if it is not the time to do data simple logic na sort of plastics we are working even I have the nose with big even a water body say just most fluid plastics are correct but very good are more we can't identify the shape if you remove the parts you can find lot of cushions and the filling parts over inside சரிங்களா அத டிசைன் பண்ணிக்கிறதுனா it take a time சரிங்களா இப்ப நான் சொல்றது talking about the vehicle இப்போ vehicle design பண்ணி மார்க்கெட் ஆகிட்டா 3 years same product will be running correct அப்ப ஒரு நம்பர் manufacturing பண்ணாங்க they go on in lakhs ஒரு simple mistake நால மொத்த ப்ரொடக்ஷனையும் கவனிக்கணும். அதுக்கு டிசைனுக்கு take a lot of time. சரிங்களா? So that's what we have to do. நாங்க இந்த ப்ராஜெக்ட் அசஸே SOP it takes 6 months. நீங்க வந்து அப்ளை பண்ணா 24 months. Between that we having a scratch lot of things. I'll show you the process. First of all, நமக்கு vehicle design பண்ணா the what you do is you go with the hand drawing sketch. Sketching நமக்கு manual கிடையாது. We have the special tools in CAD. அது என்ன பண்ணிக்கலாம்? Magic Windows we can able to create a part. So the what you do? Sketch பண்ணிக்கலாம். Sketch பண்ணிட்டு அது 1:1 ratio கொண்டு வருவாங்க. 1:1 க்கு they will go with wall taking diagram. இந்த wall taking diagram வந்து 1:1 ratio வரும். சரிங்களா? நம்ம நினைக்கிற டிசைன் அப்படியே ஒரு மைண்ட் ஓகேவா இருக்கும். They have to create a 2D from that we create a 3D. Correct? As we will show the explanation, இது ஒரு டைம் ஆகும். நம்மளுக்கு வெயிட் உருவாக்கிதான் பண்ணிக்க சமயம். இதுல ஃபர்ஸ்ட் we look at what is the conceptual design, what they mean, they will go with the A modeling பண்ணுவோம். சரிங்களா? So they will create the 1:5 ratio. சின்னதா இருக்கும். 1:2 last 1:1 பண்ணுவோம். For external and internal. சரிங்களா? So இந்த பண்ணத they will do that. Design the what is the this is the சரிங்களா? What is the ratio control? Control அப்புறம் what it means sir this is the production எடுத்து போக முடியல. They do scanning. Scanning. The scanning is to run scanning பண்ணிட்டு அதோட ஸ்டைலை ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபர் பண்ணிடுறோம். சரிங்களா? So வந்து ஒரு எல் ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் இது பண்ணிடுறோம். that we call as styling. அந்த டேட்டாபேஸ் தான் நம்ம வந்து என்ன பண்றோம்? bring the vehicle. 3D ல வெளியே பண்ணுவோம். not going to 2D. And the styling form. The styling is that we call as classic tools option. There are நிறைய applications இருக்கு. So they can create and build in shape. சரிங்களா? Okay. So there is what I mentioned. It takes a 36 months period to complete a single project. That depends on the customization and customer requirements. சரிங்களா? So இது என்னோட development and evaluation. அந்த transfer to production take care by the OEM. Okay. இப்போ நம்ம இந்த company split up பண்ணிங்க. Company என்ன மாதிரி split up பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா? Like sir for example Suzuki தான் Tata தான் அது பண்ணிருக்காங்க. What we call as OEM. OEM தெரியுமா? Original equipment manufacturers. So அவங்களுக்கு secondary development பார்த்தீங்கன்னா they will have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 as well as tier 3. சரிங்களா? We working for OEM as well as tier 1. And so இதெல்லாம் split up ஆகும் like exterior, interior, body work, trims, lighting, power, wiring harness, wheels and tires. Yes. Yes, of course. Okay. I have a small issue for you. As a trainer, yes. Hey, just is another mark you want to I just have a question. already exit students are in the answer of the three. When I go for the students are right, then it will fix as concept, I mean, it gives the question. Okay, questions like for you. So you have to find the answers for the same. Right? So you have the question. Yes? Okay. There is a 47-story apartment. How much? 47. So now we have a total to put in there. Okay? So the apartment has everything. So what is supposed to mean? So we have to put now we will be adding to it. Okay? திரும்ப ஒரு வீட்டுக்கு போகணும் அப்படின்னா வெயில் காலத்துல 27 கிலோ தான் நடந்து போவோம். 5 கிலோ மிச்சம் 15 கிலோ நடந்து போயிடுவோம். மழை காலத்துல என்ன பண்ணுவோம்னா இவங்க லைஃப்ல போயிட்டா லிஃப்ட் 44 கிலோ லிஃப்ட்ல போயிடுவோம். கொஸ்டின் ஆன்சர் மொத்தம் 44 கிலோ இருக்கு. ஓகேங்களா? கீழே இருந்து இங்க இருக்கு. மறுபடியும் அவங்க வீட்டுக்கு போகணும்னா வெயில் காலமா இருந்தா 27 கிலோ தான் லிஃப்ட்ல போறோம். 17 கிலோ நடந்து போறாங்க. ஆனா மழை காலமா இருந்தா 44 கிலோமே லிஃப்ட்ல போறாங்க. If you don't know the answer, you can raise your hand and answer. Question over here? Yes. Hey, that's not a question. It's a question. You hear the questions or not? Anyone know the answer? Just to know the answer. Question over here? Wait here. Now, we are going to apartment. Versions of apartment. Now, we are going to read it. சரியா அவன் கீழே இறங்கினா லிஃப்ட் யூஸ் பண்ணி இறங்கி வந்தாரு. சரியா ஆனா வீட்டுக்கு மேல ஏறணும் அப்படின்னா சரிங்களா வெயில் காலத்துல வெறும் 27 கிலோ தான் லிஃப்ட்ல போறாங்க. மிச்சம் 17 கிலோ நடந்து போயிடறாங்க. இதே மழை காலமா இருந்தா 44 கிலோமே லிஃப்ட்ல போயிடறாங்க. வாட் இஸ் த ரீசன் பிஹைண்ட் தட்? கொஸ்டின் புரியுதா புரியலையா? Yes. சரியா லிஃப்ட்ல பணத்தை போடுவோம் 0 ஓட்டு இருக்குமா 27 வந்து அவர் கையிட்டோம் சரியா சார் மலாத்துல சார் போடுவோம் he is the அமலாத்து that's the part Okay. Four brand innovations. Almost mechanical and there is no opportunity. This is segment. right? என்ன சார் டிசைன் பண்றீங்க என்ன டிசைன் சார் பண்றீங்கன்னா we are not working for sheet metal that we call as CBE cockpit model சொல்றோம் carbon plastics that and the plastic parts இதெல்லாம் so these are the areas we have classified right this area we call as instrumentation panel I சொல்றோம் and center portion we call as center console சரிங்களா these are two areas we are writing and working these are very differentiate part like transfer point instrumentation because center low staying as well as effect இதுல இது மாதிரி ஒரு ஸ்டார்ட் ஆனா இது இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் கவனிச்சு பண்ணேன் எக்ஸாம்பிள் நம்ம டவுன்லோட் சொல்றீங்களா that we call as what you mentioned இதே நம்ம என்ன சொல்றோம் dashboard நல்லா இல்லையா இந்த dashboard இவ்வளவு தான் டேட்டா இருக்கும் இதை ஃபைல் பண்ணணும் சரிங்களா we call as master ஒரு மொத்தமா ஒரு டேட்டா வராது இந்த ஒரு டிஃபரண்ட் பண்ணி அசல் பண்ணனும் இந்த செக்ஷன் என்ன சொல்றோம் இந்த ஸ்டடி பண்றோம் ஏன்னா லைன் ஓகே கொடுத்தா இதுவான இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் ஓகேவா நான் என்ன சொன்னேன் ஒரு பிளாஸ்டிக் விட இங்கே பண்ணீங்கன்னா we have a lot of things like knob starter engine side center pressure so in that we have lot of things to do right அது நம்ம ஒரு நாள் ரெண்டு மணி நேரம் it take time ஏன்னா இது நீங்க பாத்துக்கலாம் இந்த நாம ஒரு பாத்தீங்களா ஜஸ்ட் லாக் ஓகேவா இத எக்கலாம் ஏடி சைஸ் இருக்கு ஏன் இப்படி சொல்றீங்க லைன் வச்சிருக்கோம் ஏன்னா அவங்க வரைக்கும் இட்ஸ் லைக் மணி இதோட காஸ்ட் மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் காஸ்ட் 150 ஆகுதுன்னா நம்ம 150 தான் ரெடி பண்ணோம் ஏன்னா டேக் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஆஃப் மார்ஜின் சிப்டர் மார்ஜின் தான் இருக்குது close to 15,000 units sold every month. Here approximately 1.8 lakhs. 8 lakh vehicles have been selling in India. 3 years ago, close to 6 lakh vehicles they are selling. Manufacturing relation boarding ஆரம்பிச்சாங்கன்னா manufacturing பண்ணுவோம். அப்ப 6 lakhs into 150 தான் வேல்யூ பண்ணுவோம். சரிங்களா? So this is very good idea. And we are going to study more about it. Fit and finish. இந்த ஒரே நீங்க நார்மலா எடுக்கலாம் எந்த கிளாசிக்கல் பண்ணாலும் இந்த நோட்ஸ் தான் இது ப்ராப்பர் ஃபிட் அண்ட் ஃபினிஷ் இருக்கும் எங்க பார்த்தாலும் எங்க இருக்காது ப்ராப்பரா ஃபினிஷ் இருக்கும் சரிங்களா கரெக்டா மிக்ஸ் ஆகும் இதே நம்ம வந்து பால் எடுத்து பாருங்க சரியா 1000 ரூபாய் ஒரு 10 ரூபாய் இருக்கும் அது வந்து சைஸ் பண்ணுவோம் ஃபினிஷ் பண்ணல ஜஸ்ட் கிளாசிக்கல் போர்ட் ஆகி இருக்கும் சரிங்களா நம்ம யூஸ் பண்றது வந்து இருக்கா that's a property fit and finish இது எல்லாமே கன்சிடர் பண்ணுவோம் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இந்த இடத்துல ப்ரோவும் பிசினஸ் ஸ்டேபிள் இருக்கும் எல்லாரும் ஆபத்து வேகமாக தான் சொல்லுங்க ஏன்னா இன்டர்வியூ உங்களுக்கு நாங்க வந்து 18,000 டிசைன் பண்றோம் இது எவ்வளவு சார் மேனேஜ் பண்ணுவாங்க ஒரு கிளாசிக் அந்த நார்மல் டிசைன் பண்றது ஒரு செகண்ட் மேக்ஸிமம் 120 seconds நம்ம மேனேஜ் ஜஸ்ட் ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டி ஆகுது அது சின்ன மிஸ்டேக் பண்ணாலும் மொத்தம் ஏன்னா ஒரு டையை மேனுஃபேக்சர் அது கோர்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணோம் மிஸ்டேக் தான் we are responsible for paying the penalty okay and இப்ப எவ்வளவு இருக்குன்னா இதுல இருக்கு லாஸ்ட் சொல்லிட்டு சரிங்களா இது வந்து மேனுஃபேக்சர் பண்ணுவீங்கன்னா இதுக்கு ஒரு முடியும் சரிங்களா இது ஆம் ப்ராப்பரா உட்கார்ந்துருக்கா இது எல்லாமே நீ கன்சிடர் அண்ட் கம்பெனி வித் பார்ட் சரிங்களா ஒரு டிசைன் வந்து இதுல போர்டு டிசைனோட ஆப்ஷன்ஸ் இருக்கும் சரிங்களா எப்படி டிசைன் பண்ணலாம் ஐ மீன் போர்டு என்ன பண்ண போறோம் அப்படிங்கிற சூஸ் கொண்டு வந்துருக்கோம் and this is the final one நம்மளோட வேலை வந்து கஸ்டமர் ஹாப்பியா இருக்க மாட்டாரு கிளையண்ட் இது ஒரு டீம் போகும் மெஷர்மென்ட் ஐ மீன் ஒரே தெரியுமா அதுல டிஃபரண்ட் டேட்டிங் கேட்பாரு நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம் ஒரு ஸ்டூடெண்ட் தான் யார் சூசிங் தான் லா அதேதான் கிளையண்டோட ஒரு ஃபினிஷிங் இருக்கு சரிங்களா so this is what we get from my group சரிங்களா so we have all the we have all in your recruiters you know about 100 people are working here all the 100 are from engineering background. Make a சரிங்களா சார் if you have only yes of course we are open but only if you call you can visit our RD சரிங்களா RD is one of the best OTC offshore development center you can come and visit us இந்த மாதிரி job பண்ணுவாங்க நம்ம எல்லாமே லைப்ரரி பார்க்கலாம் software center so you can come and visit anytime சரிங்களா so now what is yours Plastics. Can repeat. Plastics product. Design is another company. Combined will work. Finishing that will come out. இதுக்கு தான் like I said, of course, 24 months finish பண்ணுறோம். வெளியில் போகிறது இல்லை. Each individual plastic should be considerable. Right? So that's all I got. உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது questions இருந்தா கேட்கலாம். Because we are from different various departments, different colleges. So questions if you want to know, you can write it down. As an answer, I can answer for you. Question கேட்கலாம். Now answer comes up there. You can raise your questions. Questions are being come up.
I am Moses Naveen Kumar and he is Shanmay Prakash. We are from Akshaya College of Engineering and Technology and our topic is environmental materials for different because nowadays in constructions and energy sectors we are using a lot of fossil fuels to produce energy. So due to use of fossil fuels, there is a lot of CO2 emissions. To reduce that, we are using animal waste and wood waste. So, since rapid population growth and urbanization, the population is rapidly growing rate and lot of urbanization is happening. So due to that, construction materials and energy resources materials are very high and high demand, and environmental degradation and climate changes has. So our problem statement is construction and energy sectors are the major CO2 emitters, and dependence on fossil fuels and conventional materials emit lot of CO2s and it increases carbon footprint. So we need a sustainable alternative for construction and energy resources. So the objective of the study is to explore agro and wood waste as sustainable materials, to study briquettes as renewable energy sources, to link waste utilization with sustainable development. So the environmental impact of construction sectors are high involving energy materials. So the cement we are using to build the buildings emit up to 7 to 8% of total CO2 emission. We contribute around 7 to 8%, so it's very high. To reduce that, we can use agro materials and wood materials. And on energy sectors, we have a thermal power plant like that. So there we use fossil fuels to burn and generate electricity. We rely on coal, oil, and natural gas. And due to this air pollution and greenhouse gases are emitted very high, so we need a renewable energy transition. So we are using agro materials. So agro-based sources are rice, straw, sugarcane barrels, coconut shell, groundnut shell, and green stalks. And wood-based sources are sawdust and wood shaving, wood chips and barks, furniture and sound materials. Using these things, we can easily get a lot of raw materials to produce energy. And biomass briquettes. By the loss of densification of biomass residues, we can produce these materials and it has a high energy value. So that's very moisture and the ash like that. So if you go there also, the pollution is very less compared to fossil fuels. And it is easy to store and transport. So its applications are in energy sector, oils, kilns, and power plants. We can use these materials to burn and generate electricity. In constructions, instead of bricks, we can use integrated blocks, panels, and insulations. So new ways the carbon footprint gets reduced. So contribution to SDGs. So SDG 7, clean energy, SDG 9, literacy and innovation, SDG 11, sustainable cities, SDG 12, responsible consumption, and SDG 13, climate action. So the conclusion is the agro-based are valuable resources. Replace alternative energy alternatives, it produces less of pollution, and it supports circular economy and sustainability. Thank you.
Farmers in general, farmers didn't access real-time data, the nutrition value of soil, and they didn't know exact monitor data of soil. So in the example with rural farms, we just gather around in northern in guidance of the land. In the we need something empty soil. So from there we can calculate soil data and we can have these are main components in our 6 minute drive, there is 4 chases and heating water, EA with radio, and PCA gets main actuator. Mainly, this is our main feature in our verification on Chinese. We use thermals battery. And this is the indication of sometimes we can make some parameters of the soil, like negative phosphorus, potassium, pH, temperature, temperature. These are comfort or diagram from we send a Wi-Fi signal to easy to control other models in and UGM radios send a signal to PCA. PCA is usually control different waters acceleration and use so the sounds didn't have this is a can and use 6 meter and suspension use suspension and use light seal for process and use water we use
So the application code has a box on there, so the application so basically people the sites and the next part of the state Thanks.
Those my batchmate, I'm Kamleshwara, my batchmate Pratish and Chandra. Firstly, there are two types of interface basically used, horizontal interface and vertical interface. We have gone to vertical interface. Basically, we are getting the renewable energy to use our day-to-day life. So we choose horizontal interface instead of vertical interface instead of horizontal interface. Now the objective would be explained by
We utilize the road side wind turbine because it is we use vertical axis wind turbine. It acts all there is no alignment for vertical axis wind turbine. Vertical axis design allows wind capture from all directions without the need for alignment mechanism. The rotating blades convert wind energy to mechanical energy. Mechanical energy is transmitted through shaft. It converts energy through DC generator. The generated mechanical energy is into electrical energy through electromagnetic induction. We utilize the road traffic congestion. We utilize the energy from traffic congestion into traffic infrastructures like roadside infrastructures like street light and other purposes.
basically the turbines and windmills consume a large space and sizes. So instead of that, we have some advantages and we can keep this in the road size and the vehicle which travels, it produces wind and based on that, spectral wind will be rotate and it is used to produce energy to street lights and the roadside. This is the design of our wind turbine. These are the materials we use. We want for acrylic sheet, which is lightweight, so it will be more efficient to rotate. This is analysis for the sheet pillar at 6 particular. Solar panel functions to get the efficient more energy. We have the 2 voltage alone. Now at 6 minutes per second, we can get 20 kilowatts. 20 watts, 20 watts. 20 watts. Actually, by using the solar panel, we can generate power. All situations, some cases, some conditions, and during that time, the solar panel so it will be more efficient to consume energy. We use this by generating the energy between when it will be useful for street lights and if we produce more energy, it will be useful to charge an EV. So we are going to future produce produce more energy and to charge the leaks.
Practical evidence and opportunities for knowledge exchange. With this, we
Sustainable manufacturing means an engineering solution product, both productivity and human health. Dr. Steve Mohan, Assistant Professor, Mechanical Engineering, National Institute of Technology, Christopher. He is a grade 1 in the Department of Mechanical Engineering at the National Institute of Technology, Christopher, Tamil Nadu, India. He completed his degree in Mechanical Engineering from the Royal College of College of Engineering, Kannur University. His MTech in Machine Design from the College of Engineering, Trivandrum. And he made his PhD from Engineering Chief for his research on releasing fumes in the shielded metal or welding process using nano-coated electrodes. Dr. Mohan's research expertise spans particulate emissions and control, welding fume analysis, nanocoatings, biomaterials, economics, and biochemicals. He has used 44 publications across journals, book chapters, and conference proceedings. He has contributed to multiple patents, including branded patents on non-ordnance, composition for SMAW electrodes, and cylindrical sulfate coating apparatus, as well as patent on creative pneumatic-based super elastic alloy materials for auto-made implants. Dr. Mohan has led and completed field research and consultancy projects. Notably, he received research project funding from agencies such as Indian Directors Limited worth 19.5 lakhs and the Kerala State Council for Science, Technology and Environmental worth rupees 3.2 lakhs and consultancy project titled Conducting Safety Studies at the ISRO Propulsion Complex, Mahindra worth 20 lakhs. In addition to his research, and he serves as Associate Dean at the NIP Trichy, and he wrote student clubs and first Ministry of Education programs, students discipline, student council activities, insurance and scholarships, and related welfare initiatives. He also played a key role in establishing
So thank you for the introduction and very good morning to all of you. So hope you are UG students, right? All of you are UG students? Any PG students are there? Only students who have faculty is not sure? Understood. So you can use it from mostly going through which year, third year, so, this theme is sustainability, right? So I think you have to listen to experts related to sustainability, what's manufacturing, additive manufacturing, etc. So today I am actually trying to do something different. Again, which is aligned to sustainability, but it is not related to safety aspects, safety of personnels, right? And sustainable manufacturing, sustainable production, etc. Right? So I'm going to talk about sustainable building process. What is the sustainability needed? What is the understanding of sustainability? What we do know something is sustainable. Yeah, let us make it interactive, okay? Otherwise, it's like a 1 minute talk. What is the understanding of sustainability? Like, you have read some lessons, right? Well, let's say green economics. So what are green economics? Okay, there's a lot of new part of the industry. Let me give you answers, no problem. Don't worry about the answers. We really want something as sustainable. Which can you are comfortable in English or you correct? So sustainable means long lasting, something like that, right? So it's some technology which is long lasting, some technology which is having good economic as well as environmental benefits, right? So that is what we call the sustainable technologies, right? So Here, I'm going to talk about welding is a very common process, right? And I'm going to quickly talk about welding consumables. Consumables means electrodes that we are using. Okay, so we are going to see about what are the advancements in welding consumables, right? What research we have carried out in the area of welding consumables. You know, welding, when you perform welding, what happens is lot of fumes and gases will be emitted. You have seen welding very everywhere. When somebody performs welding, you see that a lot of fumes and gases are being emitted, and it's really harmful to the health. So this research is basically trying to address the problem of welding fumes, trying to reduce welding fumes, trying to produce electrodes, welding consumables, which can significantly reduce the fuel emissions so that the worker health will be safeguarded. Right? So that is the purpose of this research. So we are going to explain some research which we have carried out starting from 2012 till date. So it's just a glimpse of the work which we have carried out. I'm not going to explain in that, but at least I believe that you can give a superficial idea of what is happening in this field. Right? So what we are doing is advancing in welding consumables, enhancing sustainability to reduce emissions and improve quality. This is our institute. How many visited our agency? Have you visited our agency? So this is our institute. Okay, if you have time, you can visit to see. We have technical tests coming in, so you can also participate in that. Okay, so it's a standard level campus. We have across 7,000 students across various disciplines, right? Yeah. So now let us talk about particulate matter. Let us start this discussion with particulate matter. Before going to welding and resistance, let us try to understand what is a particulate matter. Have you heard about particulate matter? PM emissions. Yes?
There are minute particles which is suspended there.
Yeah, minute particles which is suspended there. Have you heard of anywhere else? You have heard about vehicle emission norms, BS standards, forest state standards, like Euro standards are there. So how do you develop standards based on what? Based on the carbon emission as well as not only based on carbon emissions, are you using electronic index, which is fundamentally dependent on particulate matters. So when you later expose, NGP carbon molecules, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, etc. Then after that, we also have particulate matters. Right? So let us try to understand what is the particulate matter. What are the classifications of matter? Solid, liquid, gas. Right? So we put particulate as liquid gas. Yes, right? You go soap particles as soap, fly ash, what is the particles? It is solid liquid gas. Smoke, dust particles. It is solid liquid gas. Yes? Dust. It's a solid particle, right? Carbon dioxide is a gas, right? Whereas what is for mist, aerosols, they are mixtures of liquid and solids, right? So broadly speaking, any matter other than gas is what we call as particulate matter. Any matter other than gas are not particulate. It means we can have both solid as well as liquid. It can be pure solid or it can be a mixture of solid and liquid. Pure solid is where dust is a pure solid, whereas a mixture of liquid and solid, aerosols, fumes, mist, etc. It's a combination of solid and liquid. So let us try to understand this first. Particulate matter is a mixture of solid particles and liquid particles from the air. Right? But so small. Some particles are large enough to be visible in the naked eyes. For example, we can see dust with the naked eye. But can you see aerosols with the needle. Let's say it's dispersed of the atmosphere. When you spray your perfume, right? Will you be able to see the spray suspended in the atmosphere? No, usually, why you are not able to see? Why you are not able to see? Well, what is seen and not seen? Something you can see, but something you cannot see. Business factors, size factors. So some particles are larger than size, which can be visualized, whereas some are very small in size, which cannot be seen. So if you see that particle around waist size, that's the which you can see normally. But there are some particles like some small you cannot see. Right? So it will mainly depend upon the size of the particle. So it can be large, or it can be very small. So basically, this due to the small size, what happens when the size becomes very small? When the size becomes very small, there is always a chance of interaction with the human being, right? So whenever you are exposed to handling matter, when the size is very less, there is always a chance that we go inside the human being, right? That is very difficult. That is very boring. Yes, no? Yes. So when the size increases, there is always a risk of human exposure. So basically, this small size can cause severe health issues and be inside the human body. So basically, there are sorts of particle intervention. One of the various sorts of particle interventions, they are construction size. For example, you use concrete mixtures. Because it's a when you handle these type of items, always there will be dust coming out. So PM is one main source of construction sites, or else, very less source. When you buy roads, or when the construction is going on, right? The road construction is going on, always there will be different gases, population will be there, right? Then slow gas, fire, forest fires will be there, industrial process will be there, some industrial process we may run out of dust. Right? So anyways, there are various sources of particle events. I will give you an example of how small a particle event is. You can see this, I think everyone is visible. What you are seeing here, what is this? It's a human hair, right? What is the size of a human hair? The size of a human hair is around 15 to 70 microns. One strand of hair is around 15 to 70 microns. You can see, can you take one strand and see, you can see, still you can see, it is visible, right? But it is around 50 to 70 microns. What you see here is a deep sand, one sand, deep sand. Deep sand is around 90 microns, right? But we are not talking about these 90 or 50 microns, we are still going down, we are having particles even size less than 50 microns. So now we consider these particles, P and 10. See, these blue particles, right? The size of those particles are less than 10 microns. So we see how many such particles can be people inside one given hair. Just to show you how small the size is, right? PM10, so the examples are less, monograins, right? Monograins, dust particles, comes under the category PM10. PM10 means all particulate matter which is having size less than 10 microns. And what happens when you go on the face? You may not inhale a deep sand, you may not inhale a hair, but you can inhale a dust. Dust can go inside the human body. So what happens is whenever the size decreases, always there is a chance that we can enter inside the human body. There are some particles which are having size less than 2.5 microns. PM 2.5. When you talk about airport index, you can something on AQI index. When you talk about AQI index, these are the two values which definitely matters. One is PM10 and one is PM 2.5. PM10 are those particles which are less than 10 microns, and PM 2.5 are particles which are less than 2.5 microns. Just imagine how 2.5 microns would be. Examples of 2.5 micron size particles are combustion particles, organic compounds. There are certain metal particles which are very small in size. All of these some PM 2.5. And as you go down the size, the risk of exposure also will increase. Right? Some of the examples of particle matter are dust, fumes, mist, and smoke. As you can see, there is a huge variation in size. Dust particles are in a absolutely higher size range, 1 to 2 microns, whereas fumes are in 0.01 to 1 microns. Mist is less than 10 microns. Smoke is less than 21 microns. Okay? Now coming to what are the hazards of exposure? We are actually talking about particle matter exposure. So when size increases, there is always a chance of exposure. So what are the hazards of exposure? How particle matter can interact with the living body? Basically, there are 3 ways in which particle matter or any matter per se can cause interaction with the living body. There are 3 means by which it can interact. One is inhalation, maybe the person can inhale it. Then absorption is where he can have many hydrates, right? When he takes it to relax, the particle matter can enter inside. How does it enter inside? By absorption. What is the pathway? Which way it can enter? When you touch it, how does it enter? How does it enter inside the hand? There are those
Very good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to my session. So I know it's very difficult in the afternoon session, but I will try my best to make it very much enthusiastic and also I make sure that you get an idea about artificial intelligence in manufacturing. So thanks for the nice introduction to the students. And this is my institute, Neela campus. If you enter here, you can see this. So my topic is artificial intelligence in manufacturing. So you all might be listening these words, artificial intelligence, machine learning. These are like very much upcoming nowadays, very much used. And most of you are from mechanical engineering. So and the conference theme is also about manufacturing. Most manufacturing and industry 4.0 topics are there. So I thought this is a very good session for all of you to get an idea. In this presentation, I will be presenting about artificial intelligence in manufacturing, overview of industry 4.0, and also some of the work which I am doing at IIT Palakkad with my PhD students, and also few other case studies where this artificial intelligence is very much used for manufacturing processes. So, what is artificial intelligence? So this is a very buzzword nowadays. So you all know very well about it, and also you are using it in day-to-day life. We are using it various aspects, right from mobile phones, industries, hospitals, manufacturing sectors, everywhere. We are using to make the things much more easy. So we are making the machines intelligent, and we are making use of them effectively. So artificial is not natural. Intelligence is ability to understand, think, and learn. We all have intelligence. We have ability to think, understand, and also learn. We learn by our own when we are small kids, like 1 year. We learn to walk based on several mistakes. So we fell down, again we will walk, mother will teach, father will teach, slowly we will learn. So humans have ability to learn. So same thing. For machines also, we can train the machines, we can give programs, algorithms, like controllers, or so many things we can use values. So whatever we are doing today, we think same thing we can give for machines right from the small application, just yes or no, with a really complex options are there, computer will pick a correct option. For that we are training it. So it is like a logic. So even automation, if you see, so it is we are using automation to make things easy. So if I talk and also we talking about automation. Artificial intelligence is simulation of human intelligence process by machines, especially computer systems. Specific applications of AI includes expert systems, natural language processing, speech recognition, and machine vision. So, natural language processing, expert systems, so you are converting whatever the language we want to understand. If we don't know the language, we put in our chatbots, they will convert to English or other. So we are using artificial intelligence in many aspects. AI is used in production as well as health sector, education sector. So a lot of places we can use. And in manufacturing, artificial intelligence in manufacturing refers to use of AI technologies to improve various aspects of manufacturing processes, such as production planning, quality control, and maintenance. So you are using AI techniques to improve the manufacturing process, so improve the production, planning the production, inspecting. So the various things you are using. So we can extensively use AI in manufacturing, and we can make use of AI to have better productivity. So even artificial intelligence is being increasingly adopted to manufacturing industry for the following reasons: improve efficiency, reduce costs, improve productivity. We can do this. And applications: predictive maintenance, quality control, robotics, supply chain optimization, process automation, intelligent scheduling, all these things we can do. Also, these are the various types of AI in manufacturing. So, machine learning, computer vision, natural language processing, robotics, and automation. In all these places, you can use AI, and these are the challenges. So, every work or anything, any new technology will have a challenge, and especially in terms of manufacturing industries, these are the challenges and limitations for artificial intelligence. Data quality and availability. So mostly we all know that we can improve everything based on the data. If you want to improve existing manufacturing process line, the shop floor, or any process based on the data, you can improve. So the challenge is there will be huge amount of data. Some data will be useful, some data will not be useful. So the right data at right point of time should be there. And also how to collect the data, how to process the data. These are all the challenges. And also data security. So this industry 4.0 mainly deals about online condition monitoring or online maintenance. Shop floor will be at one location, maintenance or service will be at a different location. So where the data will transfer from one end to other end. In between, we have to secure the data, protect the data. So these are all challenges: security and privacy, cost and return on investment. Suppose if any new technology is implemented, it needs a lot of cost. So whether the cost can be recovered with the operation that is happening. So machine learning is a subfield of artificial intelligence. It is a branch of artificial intelligence where you are improving the machine, you are improving the features of the machine. So machine learning is subfield of AI, which is broadly defined as capability of machine to imitate human intelligent behavior. So we just think. So whatever we are, so our thinking may be very, very complex, but for a machine, it may not think like us, but based on a situation, among 4 options, which option we have to select.
So also you are giving a program, you are selecting a controller. So like so you input so whatever earlier, so person will be monitoring if emergency button will be switched off or increase the parameters or increase the parameters. So same thing if machine is understanding and it controls itself. That is a machine learning. So even machine learning in industry 4.0. This is also a customer industry 4.0. Nowadays we are talking about industry 5.0 also. I would like to give an overview of what is industry 4.0. So when this term industry 4.0 came into existence or when it became popular, so recently like in a conference in Germany, this term was coined. Before that also there were techniques related to industry 4.0. People were using automation, people were using many techniques to explain manufacturing systems, all these things. But 2012 onwards, this industry 4.0 became more popular, and this currently fourth revolution started in 2000s. Takes automation even further, revolves around cyber-physical production systems. It overlaps largely with technological advancements known as smart factories, industrial Internet of Things, smart industry, advanced manufacturing. So, in Industry 4.0, we talk more about smart manufacturing, smart machines, so advanced machines. So, in this slide, you can see various revolutions, industrial revolutions. So, in the first picture, end of the 18th century, so industrial revolution 1.0 we categorize. Most of the automation was done by mechanical production machines powered by water and steam. So most of the machines are powered by water and steam. There were huge mechanisms with that production shop floor automation awesome. And beginning of 20th century, there is motors, electric motors were introduced and transfer lines going to which you can see the persons are doing some operations on top. So it's like a transfer line. And later in 70s, so industrial revolution used electronics and IT for so CNC machines, robots, electronics, computers, all these things were extensively used in shop floors. So you can consider it as industry 3.0 and 4.0 is much more further. Cyber physical systems. So around this, electronics, IT, and all these things, cyber physical systems, industrial Internet of Things, all these things are extensively used. So you get much more control production, you can much more have automation and control in shop floors. So, Industry 4.0 in intelligent factory, machines and products communicate with each other. So, how a machine can communicate with the product? And how a machine can communicate with the other machine? So, it is like a program. Suppose a machine can read RFID on a product, and the machine will retrieve a program for that particular program, what process has to be done. It is a communication. Earlier, human interference was there. So, for a product, the person should go and select appropriate program or load a program or run. So, here in Industry 4.0, much more data will be collected and more intelligent way of manufacturing will be done. Okay? And here, examples I can show this is a German process center for artificial intelligence. So this bottle is there is an RFID. So the machine will read the RFID and data will be given for that RFID in that bottle how much liquid has to be filled, what is the quantity. If there are 4 or 5 varieties of liquids that needs to be filled, the appropriate will be selected. Here also you can see smart assembly process for multiple bottles. So these are the building blocks of Industry 4.0. Main features of Industry 4.0. Autonomous robots,
simulation, industrial Internet of Things, cyber security, augmented reality, big data analytics, and additive manufacturing. So these are like extensively used or more popular in Industry 4.0 era. So we all know about robots, but nowadays much more advanced robots with more features are used. So some of the robots you can see here. So they are interactive robots. So whatever the operator needs, some options will come in front of the operator, and also sometimes voice recognition based robots, and even humans can operate code like along with the robot. Suppose if any obstacle or human is in its vicinity, it will automatically slow down or it will stop. So here you can see the master interactive production robot and powering robot. So human is working, and you know so this is the lightweight robot sensitive industrial tasks. So in Industry 4.0, many robots will do more features, interactive robots, advanced robots will be used. So next one is simulation software. So simulation software is also play a key role in automation industries. So where a production plant can be simulated. So a new idea or new layout of the production is planned. So that can be simulated in a simulation software, or any change in the production needs to be analyzed. So nowadays softwares are like you can have a 3D model of everything that happens in a factory, including operators, human operators who are working with a customize. You can customize the machines, you can have a library, you can download standard things, or you can also customize. Even height of the operator, everything you can customize and you can simulate. So you can simulate software visual components. So in software you can download or retrieve some of the standard machines, robots, and you can plan the unit time. And this is a body line simulation. Simulation. You can see for body in stations. So how the production happens, all these things you can simulate directly. So these are the various other softwares: Siemens PLM software, visual components, memory operators. So these are a few examples. So many softwares are available. Next one is augmented reality. This augmented reality and virtual reality also plays a major role. So virtual reality is a virtual environment. So you all might have seen this kind of the person who is having very real headset. You can keep in front of eyes, and you will go to the 3D model in a computer. You can see it. You can feel that one thing is you need to create an empty space. Make all the settings, and if you have an empty room, you will have a feel like walking in a 3D environment. In a 3D environment, if there is a park, or if there is a factory, or if whatever is there, you can have a effect. So this virtual reality can be used in manufacturing industries, especially for cleaning. Here you can see, before the operator goes to the actual machine, they will get a clear idea of the components, the range, so then they can be assembled. So and our virtual reality and augmented reality difference is, in virtual reality, you can see the 3D model, you can feel the 3D environment. And augmented reality can also get the values. Suppose if the motor is rotating and what RPM is rotating, there is a temperature, what is the temperature, all these things. And not only in manufacturing, virtual reality and augmented reality is used in various fields. Even doctors also use it to see the body parts before they plan for a surgery. For the doctors will connect remotely through this, just like we join a Google Meet or Zoom meeting. So when we join with this environment, virtual reality environment, so they can all have visual feeling of what is the 3D model, how to get planned. So this virtual reality and augmented reality are also very much extensively used in
he has to go on to the. So here this is example of I will get the engineering show some other component is the so the people who are in charge of this they will go and make a model and they will be able to verify it. So this is industry internet of this. You can see an operator is controlling the robots with an tablet which is at his hand. So like this many other machines can be controlled here, interconnected. So they can be controlled remotely also. So through policies and institutional support. We are very non-timely to realize.
And from MSME Development Institution Office. So our office is a field office coming under the Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, Government of India. So Government of India has various ministries and there is a special ministry to serve micro, small and medium enterprises sector. So basically our activities could be broadly classified into 3 or 4 categories. Firstly, we promote, we help for the betterment of MSMEs in our region. And we also support or handhold new or aspiring entrepreneurs to take up their entrepreneurial journey. And second, to the existing MSMEs, we have a set of schemes for existing enterprises can take up the MSME schemes and like we go through industry associations and we also have a special scheme to focus on students and entrepreneurs like innovative ideas, which is called as MSME Innovative Scheme. So we'll be just having a look on what the MSME definition says, policies, step-by-step procedures to become an entrepreneur, and finally end up with few supportive schemes for new or first generation entrepreneurs. So actually the definition of the term micro, small and medium is the terminology we nowadays we use to refer any small industries MSME. Earlier days the term which was used was SSI, small scale industries, that was the earlier terminology, but after 2006, that is after enactment of MSME Act in 2006, the SME is, the small category was added with one more sector called micro. So because they were small industries, smaller than small category. So nowadays you can see like due to change in our lifestyle, you can have so many small service-based enterprises. You have laundry services, if you make develop an app, you can book your tickets, order your food, housekeeping services. So small service-based enterprises have come up today. So to cater to the needs of these small or tiny sector, they have coined a term called micro, because in other developed countries they use the terminology SME, small and medium enterprises. But in India we only have a term to support tiny industries, so we have the terminology MSMEs. So normally you can see in MSMEs is the government term which is used referred by all sectors, like banks they say MSME schemes, industry people they refer to MSMEs. So that MSME comes from, so imagine that you are going to start an enterprise. So you need to classify whether your enterprise comes under micro, small or medium. So how do you want the class, Tamil or English? So Tamil also be okay, no? Micro, small, medium, அப்படின்னு பிடிக்கணும்னா ஏதாவது ஒரு பேரமீட்டர் வச்சு நம்ம கிளாஸிஃபை பண்ண முடியும். ஸோ உங்களுடைய நீங்கள் ஆரம்பிக்கக்கூடிய தொழில் வந்து எந்த கேட்டகரியில் வருது, ஒரு என்டர்பிரைஸ் இருக்கு, அது எவ்வளோ வரும் அப்படின்னு பார்க்கணும்னா ஏதாவது ஒரு பேரமீட்டர் இருக்கும். ஸோ அதுக்கான பேரமீட்டர் வெளிவருக்கு என்னன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒன்று வந்து பிளான்ட் அண்ட் மிஷினரி, ரெண்டாவது வந்து டர்ன் ஓவர். ஸோ பிளான்ட் அண்ட் மிஷினரியில் போடக்கூடிய முதலீடு, அதாவது இட்ஸ் நாட் த டோட்டல் இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட், ஒரு லேண்ட் வேல்யூ, பில்டிங் வேல்யூ எல்லாம் எடுத்துட்டீங்கன்னா இது ஏரியும் பிளேஸ் டு பிளேஸ், சிட்டியில் அதிகமாக இருக்கும், ரூரல் ஏரியாவில் கம்மியாக இருக்கும். பட் மிஷனரிஸ் ஒரு தொழில் தொடர்புக்கு தேவையான மிஷனரிஸ்க்கு பார்க்கணும்னா எந்த தொழில் தொடங்கினாலும் அது அப்படியே வரும். ஸோ பிளான்ட் அண்ட் மிஷனரிஸ்ல போடுற முதலீடும் ஒரு என்டர்பிரைஸோட டர்ன் ஓவர், அதாவது ஒரு வருஷம் ஃபுல்லும் உற்பத்தி செஞ்சு சேல்ஸ் பண்ண என்ன ரெவென்யூ கிடைக்குமோ அந்த டர்ன் ஓவரையும் பேஸ் பண்ணி தான் உங்களுக்கு மைக்ரோவா ஸ்மாலா மீடியமா பிரிக்கிறாங்க. அதே மாதிரி ஒரு என்டர்பிரைஸ் அப்படிங்கிறது ஏதாவது ஒரு 3 வகையில் ஒன்றா இருக்கும். ஒன்று மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் என்டர்பிரைஸா இருக்கும், உற்பத்தி சார்ந்த தொழில். ரெண்டாவது சர்வீஸ் பேஸ்ட் என்டர்பிரைசஸ், சேவை சார்ந்த தொழில். மூணாவது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ட்ரேடிங், வியாபாரம். ஸோ மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, raw materials வாங்குவீங்க, do some process, you add value to the raw material, நம்ம மூலப்பொருளுக்கு மதிப்பை கூட்டி என் ப்ராடக்டா கடைசியில் உங்களால் ஒரு பொருளை கண்ணால பார்க்க முடியும். ஒரு ஃபர்னிச்சர் பண்ணணும், வாங்கணும், டிசைன் பண்ணணும், கட் பண்ணணும், ஒட்டணும், அதுக்கப்புறம் பாலிஷ் பண்ணணும், அப்பதான் அது கம்ப்ளீட்டா ஒரு பொருளை எங்களால் கண்ணால பிசிக்கலாக பார்க்க முடியும். அதே ஒரு சர்வீஸ் பேஸ்ட் என்டர்பிரைஸ்ல எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஒரு லேப்டாப் இருக்கு, ப்ரோக்ராம் ஆயிடுச்சு, ஒரு கடைக்கு கொண்டு போறீங்க, இப்போ ஒரு சர்வீஸ் பண்ணி கொடுக்குறாங்க. அப்ப அந்த அளவுக்கு உங்களால பொருளா ஒரு எங்க ஏதாவது ஒரு கடைசியில உங்களால ஒரு ஃபீல் பண்ணி பார்க்க முடியாது. அதாவது ஃபீல் மட்டும் தான் பண்ண முடியும், தவிர பிசிக்கலா பார்க்க முடியாது. ஆமா எப்படியா போச்சு, சரியாயிடுச்சு, ஒரு திருப்தி, சாட்டிஸ்பாக்சன் வந்து ஃபீல் பை சர்வீஸ். ஒரு பொருள் சர்வீஸ் சென்டர், ஒரு ட்ரைனிங் லேபரேட்டரி, ஹாஸ்பிட்டல்ஸ், ட்ரைனிங் இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ஸ், இதெல்லாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா சர்வீஸ் பேஸ்ட் என்டர்பிரைஸ். Third category பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ட்ரேடிங். ஸோ ட்ரேடிங் இஸ் நத்திங் பட் பையிங் அண்ட் செல்லிங். மொத்தமாக வாங்கிட்டு ஒரு ப்ராஃபிட் வச்சு ரீட்டைல் சேல்ஸ் பண்ணுவீங்க. அந்த வகையில் அந்த ப்ராடக்ட் எந்த பிரச்சனையும் ஏற்படாது. யூ பை அஸ் சச் அண்ட் யூ செல் அஸ் சச். ஸோ ட்ரேடிங் வந்து ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணாங்கன்னா போதும். மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் மிஷினரிஸ் தேவைப்படலாம், சர்வீஸ் என்டர்பிரைசஸ்க்கு சின்ன சின்ன டூல்ஸ் அண்ட் எக்யூப்மெண்ட்ஸ் தேவைப்படலாம். ட்ரேடிங் ஜஸ்ட் நீட் மணி. ஸோ இதுதான் 3 வகையான classification of enterprises. So when we look at the based on plant and machinery or investment turnover result பண்ணனும் சொல்லி. So MSME Act அப்படிங்கிறது அதுல டிஃபைன் பண்ணிருக்காங்க. எவ்வளவு வரைக்கும் இன்வெஸ்ட்மென்ட் டர்னோவர் இருந்தா அது வேணும், எவ்வளவு வரைக்கும் ஸ்மால், எவ்வளவு வரைக்கும் அது மீடியம் சொல்லி. So 2025 April 6 months back தான் நமக்கு இந்த ரிவிஷன் நடந்தது. அதன்படி ரிவைஸ்டு டெஃபினிஷன் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு மைக்ரோ என்டர்பிரைஸ் என்பது பிளான்ட் அண்ட் மிஷினரியில வந்து 2 வரைக்கும் உதவி பண்ணலாம். அப் டு 2.5 crores of investment in plant and machinery and turnover up to 10 crores. So இது வரைக்கும் இருக்கிறது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா மைக்ரோ என்டர்பிரைஸ். ஸோ ஒன்று உங்களுடைய பிளான்ட் அண்ட் மிஷினரியோ அல்லது டர்னோவர் ஆயிரோ ஒன்று எக்ஸிட் ஆனாலும் நீங்கள் நெக்ஸ்ட் லெவலுக்கு மாறிடுவீங்க. ஸோ ஸ்மால் என்டர்பிரைஸ் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அப் டு 25 crores investment in plant and machinery and 100 crores of investment in turnover. And third category பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 125 crores in plant and machinery up to 500 crores in turnover. So இதுதான் உங்களுடைய MSME definition. So anything above இதோட above இதுக்கு மேல இருந்தா then you will be classified as large scale enterprise. So large scale enterprise there is a separate ministry called Ministry of Commerce and Industry. So the very guided or அவங்களுக்கான ஸ்பெஷல் ஸ்கீம்ஸ்லாம் அதுல நீங்க எடுத்துக்கலாம். So this is just your Indian MSME information. There are 51 Indian MSMEs across the country. It generates employment of 120 million people, contributes around 30% to GDP and 40% to exports. And so these are also similar kind of thing. So when you think of becoming an entrepreneur, உங்களுக்கு நிறைய டவுட்ஸ் வரும். என்ன தொழில் ஆரம்பிக்கலாம், எங்க யாரும் கண்டுக்கலாம், என்ன மாதிரி ஃபினான்ஷியல் அசிஸ்டன்ஸ் இருக்கும், என்ன மாதிரி ரெஜிஸ்ட்ரேஷன்ஸ் இருக்கு, என்ன மாதிரி லைசன்சஸ் வாங்கணும் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி நிறைய அதுக்கு வந்து நிறைய சப்போர்ட்டிவ் ஏஜென்சிஸ் ஆர் ஆர்கனைசேஷன்ஸ் இருக்கு. அந்த சென்ட்ரல் கவர்மெண்ட், ஸ்டேட் கவர்மெண்ட், சென்ட்ரல்லே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எங்க MSME ஆஃபீஸ் ஒன்று, எங்களோட சிஸ்டர் கன்சர்ன் மாதிரி நேஷனல் ஸ்மால் இண்டஸ்ட்ரீஸ் கார்பரேஷன் ஒன்று இருக்கு. அது வந்து நான் மெட்டீரியல் ப்ரொக்யூர்மெண்ட் அதுக்கெல்லாம் சப்போர்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க. பாதி வில்லேஜ் இண்டஸ்ட்ரீஸ் கமிஷன் ஒன்று சென்ட்ரல் கவர்மெண்ட்ல இருக்கு. அது வந்து ரூரல் என்டர்பிரைசஸ்க்கான ஒரு ப்ரொமோஷனல் ஏஜென்சி. அதே மாதிரி ஸ்டேட் கவர்மெண்ட் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா DIC ஒன்று இருக்கு, டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் இண்டஸ்ட்ரி சென்டர், சிட்கோ இருக்காங்க. ஸோ தேர் ஆர் சோ மெனி ஆர்கனைசேஷன்ஸ் வேர் யூ கேன் கெட் த சப்போர்ட். அதே மாதிரி இண்டஸ்ட்ரி அசோசியேஷன்ஸ் லைக் பொலிஷியா, சீமா அந்தந்த செக்டருக்கு ஒரு அசோசியேஷன் இருப்பாங்க. அவங்களும் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா they keep their members updated on recent technologies. நெக்ஸ்ட் என்ன நடக்க போகுது, அவங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது இஷ்யூஸ்னா சார்ட் அவுட் பண்றது, மார்க்கெட்டிங் சப்போர்ட் கொடுக்கறது, இந்த மாதிரி எல்லாம் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுவாங்க. So இதுதான் இந்த ஆஃபீஸோட ஸ்ட்ரக்சர். So we are head office there to formulate policies. Next 5 yearsல industrial sector எப்படி இருக்கும், என்ன மாதிரி ஸ்கில் மேன்பவர் தேவைப்படுவாங்க, என்ன மாதிரி ட்ரைனிங்ஸ் எல்லாம் ஹெல்ப்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கும், என்ன மாதிரி சப்சிடிஸ் என்கரேஜிங்கா இருக்கும். So we formulate policies and they help implement those policies with the help of our field officers. So, என்னோட ஆஃபீஸ் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா சென்னை, மதுரை, கோயம்புத்தூர் மூணு இடத்துல இருக்கு. திருநெல்வேலியில் ஒரு சப் ஆஃபீஸ் சென்டர் மதுரை. So, we organize சொன்ன மாதிரி ஒரு entrepreneurship development program, skill based training program, existing MSMEs இருக்காங்க அப்படின்னா அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு management development program, அவங்களுடைய நீங்க சொல்றீங்க smart manufacturing, next பார்த்தீங்கன்னா lean manufacturing, அந்த மாதிரி சில advanced tools of GST சம்பந்தப்பட்ட issues, marketing issue kind of support. So இதெல்லாம் வந்து நாங்கள் management development program organize. And technological consultancies. So in the office we have offices that are various trades like electrical, mechanical, chemical, food, leather, glass and ceramics, metallurgy, metal finishing, export promotion. So these are all the 13 trade offices available. So you can consult with the concerned officer regarding your entrepreneurship, whether you are counseling, guidance, licensing, the trade-based consultancy and and project information, we have model project reports in our website. So which you can take it as a model and you can prepare, convert it to your favorite or customize as per your needs also. And common facility, particularly we have few testing facilities, testing centers across India. So Manufcaturing we have one motor and pump testing lab in our office. We do the testing for BIS, Bureau of Indian Standards. ISA not program, so other kind of testing we do. So the samples will be sent from BIS, we will do the testing and we will issue the report. Based on the result, they will be issuing the license. So now coming to the step-by-step procedures to become an entrepreneur. Now we are going to bring a steps or procedural steps. So the first one is making a decision to become an entrepreneur. So முதல்ல நான் ஒரு தொழில் பண்றவங்க தொழில் முனைவோர் ஆகணும், entrepreneur ஆகணும் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு டிசிஷன் தான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட். ஸோ அது வந்து நீங்க ரெண்டு பாசிபிலிட்டிஸ், ரெண்டுமே ஆப்ஷன் எக்ஸ்ப்ளோர் பண்ணுவீங்க. ஒன்று செல்ஃப் எம்ப்ளாய்மெண்ட், இன்னொன்று வேஜ் எம்ப்ளாய்மெண்ட். போத் ஹேஸ் இட்ஸ் ஓன் அட்வான்டேஜஸ் அண்ட் டிஸ்அட்வான்டேஜஸ். ஒருத்தர் ஒரு இடத்துல வேலை பார்க்கறாரு, அவர் சொல்ற வேலைக்கு செஞ்சா போதும், மாசமான சம்பளம் வரும். அதெல்லாம் ஒரு entrepreneur அப்படின்னா நீங்க வந்து அவரை பத்தி வேலை கொடுக்கலாம், உங்களுடைய ஓன் ஐடியாஸ் இம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் பண்ணலாம், நீங்க நிறைய ஃபிளெக்சிபிள் டைமிங்ஸ்ல ஒர்க் பண்ணலாம். பட் இதெல்லாம் வந்து இன்னொருத்தர்கிட்ட ஒர்க் பண்ணும்போது நீங்க எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ண முடியாது. குறிப்பா ரெவென்யூ அப்படின்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு இடத்துல ஒரு எம்ப்ளாயர் இருக்கீங்க அப்படின்னா இவங்க கிவன் சேலரி பேஸ்ட் ஆன் யுவர் சரௌண்டிங் இண்டஸ்ட்ரீஸ். சின்ன சின்ன இம்ப்ளிமெண்ட், அப்புறம் ப்ரொமோஷன். ஸோ யுவர் இன்கம் வில் பி கோயிங் இன் a very gradual way. ரொம்ப ஸ்லோவான ஒரு வளர்ச்சி தான் இருக்கும். அதே entrepreneur அப்படின்னா there is no limitation for your earnings. You can earn as much as you can. எங்களுக்கு இவ்வளவு earn பண்ணணும், இவ்வளவு profit எடுக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு restriction இல்லை. So we can become and we can have a very short span of time. Our growth could be faster. உங்களுக்கு பெருமை இருந்துச்சுன்னா நீங்க வந்து எவ்வளவு சீக்கிரமாக எவ்வளவு பணக்காரங்க ஆகலாம், earn பண்ணலாம். So objective of doing business is to earn money. So அதை வந்து எவ்வளவு நடக்கணும்னா ஒரு entrepreneur ஆகும்போது உங்களுக்கு வேகமாக செய்ய முடியும். But இருந்தாலும் ஒரு ரியாலிட்டியில பாத்தீங்கன்னா people who prefer taking entrepreneurship rather than ஒரு காலேஜ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸே ஃபைனல் இயர் படிக்கணும்னு சொல்றீங்க, பிளேஸ்மெண்ட்ஸ் தான் ப்ரிஃபர் பண்றீங்க. எதனால? செக்யூரிட்டி இருக்கும், ரிஸ்க் எடுக்க நம்ம போற பணம் வருமா வராதா, ஒரு கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ் இல்லாத அவங்களுக்கே வந்து அவங்க பண்ணக்கூடிய தொழில் வந்து நல்லா போகுமா, நம்மளால நல்லா பண்ண முடியுமா அப்படின்னு ஒரு நெகட்டிவ் திங்கிங். Once in the business, if you are analyzed properly and if you are executing it properly, keeping on mind, any change on that you need to be ready. So you have to keep your eyes and ears open. So next time, product or service, the positive changes என்னெல்லாம் நடக்க வாய்ப்பு இருக்கோ எல்லாத்தையும் நீங்க எடுத்துக்கிட்டீங்க. அதே மாதிரி ஒரு பொருள் வந்து தேவையில்லாத இடத்துல தேவையில்லாதவங்களும் கொடுக்க முடியாது. So they need to be a demand and necessity of that particular product or service. அதே மாதிரி ஒரு analyze your competitors. அவங்க என்ன ப்ராடக்ட், இந்தியாவை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் குவாலிட்டி அண்ட் காஸ்ட் ஒரு நல்ல குவாலிட்டியில ஒரு காம்படிட்டிவான காஸ்ட்ல உங்க காம்படிட்டரை அதிகமாக இல்லாமல் மேட்ச் பண்ணியா நீங்க கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு சஸ்டெயின் ஆக முடியும். குவாலிட்டி இல்லாத ப்ராடக்ட் வேலை அதிகமாக கொடுக்கணும்னு வச்சு will not be working out. So after analyzing including resources, manpower, technology changes, எதெல்லாம் அடாப்ட் பண்ணி சேஞ்ச் ஆகிறதுக்கு தயாரா இருந்துட்டு அனலைஸ் பண்ணி பண்ற பிசினஸ் கண்டிப்பா அது வந்து தப்பா பண்ணுங்க. Only without proper analyzing if you do something then it will be and you will be in trouble. Next after deciding to become an entrepreneur, என்ன ப்ராடக்ட் அப்படின்னு யோசிக்கணும். So product selection அப்படிங்கிறது it has to come from the entrepreneur. Friends சொல்றாங்க, relatives சொல்றாங்க அப்படின்னு you cannot do it. So the product அப்படின்னு choose பண்றீங்க அப்படின்னா ஒன்று உங்களுடைய பர்சனல் ஒரு படிப்பு சம்பந்தமாக இருக்கலாம். 4 வருஷம் நீங்க படிக்கிறது மற்ற துறையை விட உங்களுடைய துறையில அதிகமான உங்களுக்கு ஒரு நாலேஜ் இருக்கு. So based on your qualification also you can choose your product. இல்ல ஒரு படிச்சு முடிச்சிட்டீங்க, உங்களுக்கு இதெல்லாம் முடிச்சுட்டு 2 வருஷம் 3 வருஷம் ஒரு இடத்துல வேலை பார்க்குறீங்க அப்படின்னா that experience is a very rich experience. ஏன்னா you know how the product is being made, how they prepare raw material, how they manage people, how they market. Most important, how best you can give them a better way with the customer expectation. So in the rich experience for the company வந்து வெளியே வந்து அதே தொழில் தொடங்குனீங்கன்னா definitely it will be a very successful one. So அப்படியும் இல்ல உங்களோட நிறைய ரிசோர்ஸ் இருக்கு, ஒன்று நேச்சுரல் ரிசோர்ஸ் இருக்கலாம், ஒரு அக்ரிகல்ச்சரல் கமாடிட்டி இருக்கலாம். ஸோ இதெல்லாம் ஒரு இடத்துல கம்மியா சீப்பா கிடைக்கிறது அப்படின்னா அந்த ரா மெட்டீரியலை வச்சு ஏதாவது வேல்யூபிள் ப்ராடக்ட் பண்ண முடியுமான்னு பார்க்கணும். ஒரு மூலப்பொருள் வந்து கம்மி விலையில கிடைக்கும் போது கண்டிப்பா உங்களால ஃபினிஷ் ப்ராடக்ட் கம்மி விலையில கொடுக்க முடியும். 10 ரூபாய்க்கு விற்கிற ஒரே அதே ப்ராடக்ட் உங்களால 8 ரூபாய்க்கு கொடுக்க முடியும். ஸோ அப்போ யாரோட சேல்ஸ் அதிகமாகும், 8 ரூபாய் உள்ள பொருள் அதிகமாக சேல்ஸ் ஆகும். அப்போ உங்களால ஈஸியா மார்க்கெட்ல கம்பீட் பண்ண முடியும். ஸோ you choose your product based on the resources available also. இல்ல அப்படி இல்ல உங்களுடைய பர்சனல் ஸ்கில்ஸ் இருக்கு, நீங்க நல்லா டிராயிங் பண்ணுவீங்க, நல்லா ஒரு சாஃப்ட்வேர் ப்ரோக்ராமிங் பண்ணுவீங்க, இல்ல நல்லா ஒரு டேட்டிங் பண்ணுவீங்க. ஸோ உங்களுடைய ஒரு பேஷன், உங்களுடைய பர்சனல் ஸ்கில் அதை வச்சு கூட நீங்க ஒரு பிசினஸ் பண்ணலாம். அப்படியும் இல்லையா இப்போ நிறைய வெளியே சொல்ற டிஃபரன்ஸ் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அவங்க யாருமே எல்லா ப்ராடக்ட்ஸும் ஓன் பண்றது. ஒரு ரயில்வே இன்ஜினியரிங் வந்து hundreds and hundreds of components, ranging from small nuts and bolts to huge fabricated components. Not all the products are being manufactured by the railways or defense or governments. They are only outsourced. அப்போ அவங்க என்ன ப்ராடக்ட் வேணும், எவ்வளோ வேணும், எவ்வளோ குவான்டிட்டி, என்ன ஸ்பெசிஃபிகேஷன் கொடுத்துருவாங்க. If you have the facility and skill to do it, then you can become a vendor to once in the sector of oil. Then it will be easy for you to become a vendor to all. There are so many government organizations, public sector enterprises who is searching for good vendors. So அப்படி ஒரு தேர்ட் பார்ட்டி ஒரு மேனுஃபேக்சரர் நிறைய செஞ்சு எல்லாம் இருக்கணும். ஒரு பெரிய ப்ராடக்ட் சப்ளை ஸ்மால் காம்பனன்ட். So there are so many ways to choose a product. Next location of the enterprise. So எங்க லொகேட் பண்ணணும். So the best choices near to the raw material and near to the marketing place. When these two are not possible, then you have to ஒரு இண்டஸ்ட்ரி எஸ்டேட்லயே உங்களுக்கு கிடைக்கலாம். அப்படி இருக்கும்போது எல்லா இண்டஸ்ட்ரீஸ் ஒரே இடத்துல இருக்கும்போது நீங்க அந்த அப்ரோச் வாங்குறது, அட்மினிஸ்ட்ரேஷன், இதெல்லாம் காமனா யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். இல்ல ஒரு ஸ்பெஷலைஸ்ட் டூல் பண்றீங்க, ஒரு ஸ்கில் மேன்பவர் தான் மிஷின் ஒரு சிஎன்சி மிஷின் ஆப்ரேட் பண்ண முடியும் அப்படின்னா அந்த ஸ்கில் மேன்பவர் இருக்கிற இடத்துல நீங்க இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணணும். சில ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் வந்து நீங்க சென்சிட்டிவ் கிளைமேட் அண்ட் என்விரான்மெண்ட், ஸோ அதுக்கு நீங்க வந்து போகணும். ஸோ டிபெண்டிங் ஆன் தி நேச்சர் ஆஃப் யுவர் ப்ராடக்ட் யூ சூஸ் தி லொகேஷன். Next, in a project report. So you have a written document which shows like how your business is going to function in the future years. So this is only முன்னாடி ரெடி பண்ணுவீங்க. அதனால உங்களோட டேட்டாஸ் எல்லாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா all will be based on assumptions. But அந்த assumptions ஒரு ரியாலிட்டியில பக்கமா மேட்சனா தான் உங்களால இந்த ப்ராஜெக்ட் ரிப்போர்ட் வச்சு எவ்வளவு விஷயம் எடுக்க முடியும். So it should not be prepared only to please the bank manager to take a loan. So you should help yourself. You can identify like எந்த தொழில்களா எந்த செலவு பொருட்களா எப்படி ப்ராஃபிட் அதிகப்படுத்தலாம். It will give you a very good idea on this. And குறிப்பா it will analyze the economic viability, technical feasibility and other financial implications. Then you come to know எவ்வளவு பணம் இருந்தா உங்களால அந்த தொழில் பண்ண முடியும்னு ப்ராஃபிட் ரிப்போர்ட் பண்ணும்போது தெரிஞ்சிடும். ஸோ அப்போ நீங்க முடிவு பண்ணிக்கலாம் லோன் வாங்கணுமா இல்லை நம்மகிட்ட இருக்க பணமே போடுமா அப்படிங்கிறது டோட்டல் ப்ராஜெக்ட் காஸ்ட் வந்து ஐடென்டிஃபை. Then in case if you need a business loan, then you have to approach the bankers. So அவங்க வந்து term loan and working capital loan எடுத்து வச்சு தருவாங்க. அதாவது land building machinery இதெல்லாம் ஒன் டைம் இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட் இதுக்கெல்லாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா டேர்ம் லோன் அப்படின்னு ஒரு லாங் டைம் திருப்பி கட்டுறதுக்கு லோன் கொடுப்பாங்க. ஒர்க்கிங் கேபிட்டல் லோன் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஷார்ட் டேர்ம் லைக் ரா மெட்டீரியல்ஸ், அட்மினிஸ்ட்ரேட்டிவ் எக்ஸ்பென்சஸ், டே டு டே எக்ஸ்பென்சஸ் இதெல்லாம் வந்து நம்ம ஒர்க்கிங் கேபிட்டல் லோன் அப்படின்னு ஷார்ட் டேர்ம்ல ரீபே பண்ற மாதிரி கொடுப்பாங்க. நெக்ஸ்ட் முக்கியமான லைசன்சஸ். ஸோ ஜஸ்ட் லைக் தட் நீங்க ஒரு இடம் பிடிச்சி அந்த இடத்துல போய் தொழில் பண்ண முடியாது. ஸோ ஹஸ் டு பி அப்ரூவ் பை லோக்கல் பாடி, பஞ்சாயத்து லெவலா, முனிசிபாலிட்டி லெவலா, கார்பரேஷன் லெவலா, you have to get a consent from them. So that you have to justify that safe products are being manufactured in India of no harm to the local residents as well. Then there are special products like drugs, medicines, cosmetics, other than the health license. Food products are that time food safety and standards authority of India or license for them. All both these licenses are given to health department. Next, when employees more than 10 people are working, their power is used, and even if the industry and the electricity is not used now, then you have to apply the Chief Inspector of Factories license. And then pollution clearance, ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட்டுக்கு அந்த மாதிரி நீங்கள் மெஷர்ஸ் எல்லாம் அடாப்ட் பண்ணி get a certification from them. Then GST என்பது ஒரு காமனான ஒரு நம்மளோட goods and services tax. Then power connection, single phase, three phase, அதுக்கப்புறம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் போனாக்கா